Hey, what's going on, enthusiasts of diecast, particularly 1 to 64 scale? What I'm going to show you here real quick, I don't know, real quick, but hopefully 10 minutes or so, is just the awesomeness of GreenLight over the course of the last 12 months or so. Some of these might go back a little bit further, but this is the aggressiveness. You know, this is basically a year's worth of new toolings. So if we see them do this in 2018, which it already looks like they're off to a start with the 510 coming out, there's the Volkswagen Squareback, the Nissan Titan pickup, the F350 dually is coming out. So they've already announced a bunch of new toolings, and it's just a really, really fun brand to collect because not only are the toolings coming out awesome for the most part, and they're putting them out with really cool licensing, you know, like the Smokey and the Bandit Pontiac Le Mans. Oh, sorry for the shaky camera, just making an adjustment here, but just awesome, you know. And then you got this Lincoln Continental from the Matrix. This one here is probably one of the older ones. This is probably a year and a half, maybe even up to 2 years old. But outside of that one, most of these are 12 months or so. Got the 39 Chevy panel truck. I think everybody was a fan of this Ford Falcon XB. This is not the Mad Max release. I do have that one, but I like the satin black better. So that one there is from Black Bandit. And then the Ford F100. Those trucks are nice when they are when they don't have the tilted bed like this one. This one is good. It does not have it. Most of mine don't, but you know, the 2 or 3 that I've got recently all have the tilted bed. So I think it's a late issue. And then obviously this one here just has to be in the video because it's a new tooling. It is not their worst tooling in a while. I think if I were to go through their entire catalog, this would be the worst tooling that they have. It's unfortunate, too, because it's a car that I was really hoping would be a nice one. Now, on the other hand, the R34 Skyline ended up coming out pretty nice for the most part. My only concern with it, like this one here looks fantastic, but the blue one that I have and the Black Bandit have questionable stance issues. Another new tooling that they just smashed was this 76 Ford Gran Torino. They also smashed the 73 4-door Gran Torino from the Big Lebowski. I've also got one of these from the Hot Pursuit, but I do hope to find, at some point, I hope they put it out as a civilian model, kind of like what they did here with this Monaco, which is another really nice new tooling. Although I don't know if I would call this one civilian. Definitely speaks undercover cop with those steelies. And then this one here has been a massive hit. I'm just waiting for a real rusted, dirty one that looks like it's been on the road for 30 years to come out. These cars came out unbelievably nice. If you guys haven't gotten yourselves a Ford GT yet, you gotta do it. Whew. For me, so if I were to, you know what, I might do that. I might go through their tooling catalog and make a video on their 5 best toolings and their 5 worst. Without a doubt and without question, their worst tooling of all time is this one here. This one here might be their best. If it's not their best, I would definitely put this in their top 5. I might have to do a little research and see what I come up with, because, yeah, that might be something fun. Here's another new tooling they did a really nice job on. Came out really nice, I think. Mustang 2. There are some other liveries that we're going to be seeing soon. So I look forward to those. The Mecum auction one looks killer. That's one that I definitely want. This one here is not a new tooling, but the brush guard on the front is a new tooling, and the suspension is new tooling. But the truck itself is actually an older tooling. They've been putting this one out for quite a while, but this is the first time we've seen it with the lifted suspension. And this is definitely a keeper. Beautiful, beautiful model. And that pretty much wraps it up, except for this one here. The Chevy, or it's not a Chevy, it's a General Motors company, Vandura, from the A-Team. This is BA's van. I really wish they would have made a little BA Baracus figure to go with it. The next release on this is going to be the next Hobby Shop. It's not going to have the light bar on top. It's not going to have the visor on the windscreen. It's not going to have the brush guard. And it's not going to have the spoiler. It's just going to be a pretty stock van. But I do look forward to getting that one. This is really big and heavy. I think it's a lot wider than the Dodge van and the other Chevy G20. Just a bigger tooling in general. So there you go. That is how awesome GreenLight has been lately. Almost every single one of these is a newly licensed, newly tooled tooling. Just goes to show you that the time that it takes to get a car from an idea onto the pegs, it really doesn't take that long. Now, I know GreenLight has gotten multiple requests, many requests to get the Stranger Things licensing and to do a square body K5 Blazer. They can already do the Hawkins, the laboratory or whatever it is, the white vans. They have the tooling they can use for that. They have the tooling they can use for the dude's blue Camaro. What they need is a Ford Pinto for Winona Ryder, and then they need the K5 Blazer. So I know that they've been getting people contacting them about it. So hopefully, you know, with as aggressively as they've been going after licensing, I would be shocked if they haven't at least inquired about it, about the licensing. It would be amazing if they picked it up. Square body Blazer could set the hobby on fire for a minute. Like the Brie 510 that they're putting out in June. I think a square body Chevy, whether it's a pickup or a Blazer, either way, I think it's going to bring people across the aisle from Hot Wheels and Auto World and Matchbox. So anyways, keep your eyes out for GreenLight because they're always putting new stuff and awesome stuff out. A lot of this stuff is going to be hard to find on the pegs. These cars, those Skylines, in my area are starting to finally warm pegs. That GreenLight Hobby release is starting to warm pegs. That one. That one. These ones I haven't seen yet. That van I don't think is good. I think scalpers will go after that one. That's one of the few GreenLight castings that I think scalpers will aggressively go after. But you know what they say, the time to buy it is when you see it. And I think almost all of these I've purchased from online. I don't even really mess with retail stores anymore. If I find something, great, I'll buy it. But the nice thing with GreenLight is when they come out, it doesn't matter what the casting is, you can always get it shipped for under $10. Whether it's the 18 van or that lifted Ram Charger, you know, unless it's like some type of exclusive or something like that, you can always get them for $10 shipped. Now, as time goes on, they might become harder to find. You know, a lot of older GreenLight cars are expensive, like Fox Body Mustangs. You can't find those for under probably $30 at this point. So, another car that I really want to see from GreenLight is a Fox Body Notchback Civilian. They've put the Notchback out like 6 or 7 times, and every single one of them is a police car. So hopefully we see that. But anyways, there you go, everybody. Thank you as always. Happy hunting. I will holler at the next video.